Okay, so hello and welcome to the demonstrations of creating and managing a mini data warehouse in Microsoft Access. So first, we're going to open Access, which I already did, and create a new blank database, which we name Student Database Warehouse ACCDB. So I already created the data warehouse ACCDB. So the first step is creating our three core tables, which represent our integrated data source using the table design tool. We'll start with the student tables. These tables helps our student dimensions. Student ID is our primary key, and we include full name, course, and year level. So let's create it first. Students, student ID. So this is going primary key, full name, course, and year level. Okay. So let's make this a number. Let's save this. Okay, next is our subject table, which hold the subject dimensions. Subject ID is the primary key, followed by subject name and the number of units. So let's create again another table. Mm, subject ID, subject ID, subject name, and units. Number. Let's save this as the subjects table. So finally, we create the central fact tables, which is the grade tables. So this table is the core of our warehouse. It has a grade ID as its own primary key, but critically, it includes the foreign keys, student ID, and subject ID. So this key will link this fact table to the dimension table. We also add the factual data, grades, and semester. So let's create again. So grade ID is the primary key, student ID, subject ID, grades, and semester. Number, 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 and short text. Okay, let's go to the next part. Now, for part 2, data entry, we must enter at least 5 sample records into each table. So it's always crucial that the student ID and subject ID values we entered here in the grades table exactly match the ID already defined in the students and subjects table. So this ensures our data link correctly for the next step. So let's create a data. Three units, three units, three units, three units, three units. Let's make this. Okay. Okay, so next is we establish the official relationship between our table. So we go to database tool and click relationship. But first, let's X this 'cause we already did that. So we add all three tables. We're going to establish a one-to-many relationship by dragging student ID from student tables and dropping it into student ID in the grades. We check and force referential integrity to ensure data consistency with, and we repeat this process for the subject ID key linking subjects to grades. So these relationships are fundamental to our data warehouse structure. So let's do it. We drag this to this, check, and subject ID here. Let's check enforcement integrity. Okay, so part 3 is we're going to focus on an analysis using queries. So we create our first query, student performance, using query design. So we add all three tables and pull the required fields: full name, course, subject name, and grade. So let's create the design. We name this a student performance. So we add all three tables and the required field, which is full name, um, course, subject name, and last the grades. Okay, so let's save this. So this query successfully joins data from all three tables, so giving us a comprehensive view of every student performance. So we can run this. So as you can see here, okay. So second is our high performing performing students. So same. So just like this. Wait. uh, so let's put again student full name, student course, um subject subject name, and the grades and grades. Okay, so our second query, high performing student, is for analytical reporting. So it uses the same four fields, but we added a criteria under the grade column. We type we type this command 90. So this filter ensures the query only returns students with a grade of 90 or above, which we're going to run. So you can see here 90, 91, 93. So you can see the output is now focused only on our high performing students. Okay. So next is to simulate data analytics and reporting. We can also sort and filter the data directly. We can click the grade header and choose sort descending to instantly rank all students. You can also use filter option on the course column to analyze performance for just a single department like SIT. So like this. You can see here. So this only shows the uni. That's okay. So our part 4 is data visualizing and reporting. This final selection is data visualized. So we create a report based on our student performance query using the report wizard. We include all the fields and arrange them in professional format. Okay, so let's go to student performance. Go to create and just press the report. So that's it. As you can see here, this is our student performance. So we have added a visualized performance in design view. You can see. So this concludes the activity. We have successfully created a mini data warehouse in an access, establish relationship between dimension and fact tables, perform analytic query, and visualize the result in a professional report. So thank you for watching.